I'm so tired of artificial intelligence discourse. One of the potential use cases for artificial intelligence and generative AI that a lot of people were touting is its use as inspiration for artists, for helping to storyboard, come up with ideas, do concept art. But like basically every promise that was made about generative AI, it's not exactly working how they said it would. AI-generated content is very derivative, very boring, very lifeless, you might say. You get those generated AI trailers for movies. It's like a slideshow of one singular shot of a person dramatically standing on the edge of a cliff or something. It's nothing concrete. And people keep saying, oh, but eventually it's going to get to the point where it is good enough to replace real artists. And I'm starting to doubt that, because you've been saying that for a while and it's not coming. And one platform where AI-generated art seems to be rampant is this very platform, YouTube. Because on YouTube, everyone's talking about slop. You know, content slop. The nothing little animated videos for kids where like you get characters from popular internet media kissing each other or like it's just the pregnant Elsa Spider-Man stuff again. You'll get a video with an AI generated voice reading out an AI generated list over AI generated pictures. It's slop. We're all watching slop. Everyone loves slop. And it seems that YouTube is encouraging all of us to make that same sort of slop. I was reading an article on the website Aftermath by Nathan Grayson called YouTube's New AI is Inspiring Content Creators to Make Their Videos Boring. Because a new feature has been implemented into the YouTube Studio called the Inspiration tab. On this tab, YouTube will generate thumbnails, video titles, and concepts for the video that YouTube believes will do well on the platform based on the videos that you have already made. For example, the video essayist Jacob Geller, who makes these really fascinating videos about fears and like how media portrays those fears. He's a really good video essayist, but his inspiration tab generated such ideas as games that don't age well and video games that deserve a sequel. And as soon as I heard that this tab existed, I knew I needed to check mine because I knew mine would be very funny. If for some reason this video blows up and you don't know who I am, hi, my name's Jules. I have been making video essays on this platform for, I don't know, maybe 2 years now, but before that, my main output was scripted narrative web series. In total, I've made about 7 or 8 web series, depending on whether you count a sequel. 3 of those web series don't actually live on my channel, they exist elsewhere. But there are hundreds of videos on my channel that are individual episodes of a long-term story. They're scripted, they have actors, they're directed, and I'm very proud of them. But this type of video has not been popular on YouTube for a while now. Obviously there are exceptions like The Amazing Digital Circus, which I actually like quite a bit, but these are, again, exceptions and not really the rule. The closest equivalent I can think of at the moment is analog horror series, which I'm not particularly familiar with. I don't often see people recommend analog horror. I more often see people make fun of analog horror and the kids who like analog horror, which again feels like another case of someone making up a guy. I'm sure there's quality in the genre, but I'm not actually interested in writing an analog horror series exactly, because I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat. But I'm glad there is still narrative content on YouTube. But it's not what YouTube is best known for nowadays. These days, what gets popular on YouTube, what really blows up, is reaction videos, deep dives, and general commentary. And 80% of my YouTube channel is not even close to being that. So if YouTube is apparently offering me inspiration, I wanted to see what videos it would recommend. And it's even stranger than I thought it would be. So if we go to the inspiration tab, the first one I've got here is something called the Ultimate Friendship Guide Emma Agenda Edition. The Emma Agenda being the title of one of my web series. And I assume this comes from the fact that a lot of the episodes of the Emma Agenda do have friendship in some form in the title. There's like best friends tag. There's one that I think it's called Love and Friendship. But when we look at the thumbnail is a generated book that says the ultimate friendship guide, Emma Helen? And then it becomes like hieroglyphic runes at the bottom. The summary we get is you are given the best advice on how to nurture and maintain your friendships. This video draws upon the popular Emma Agenda series, I wish, to provide actionable and relatable tips that will help you strengthen your bonds. Understanding the Emma Agenda. Briefly explain the concept of the Emma Agenda, its origins, and its relevance to friendship. It's a web series that's an adaptation of Emma by Jane Austen, and it's got friendships in it. Discuss how the Emma Agenda can be a valuable framework for navigating social dynamics and maintaining healthy relationships. It's a bad framework because Emma's bad at that. If you've read the book, you know this. Showcase examples of Emma Agenda behavior in real life situations. So clearly this inspiration thing believes that Emma Agenda is perhaps a book. It knows that Emma Agenda is a topic I talk about in my videos a lot because it's in the title of 60 videos, probably more. But this AI is not taking a second to Google what it is. I assume that a YouTube AI has access to Google since they're owned by the same company. But these don't feel like AI generated outlines. It feels like a stock outline that has search and replaced whatever it's talking about with Emma Agenda. Let's find another one that's fun. I mean, this one's just boring. Movie night, analyzing Roland Emmerich's films, which has the same, hang on, it's got the same thumbnail as the one in this article, basically. I mean, it's like a TV instead of some kind of console, but it's basically the same thing. They all have the same color palette. This one at least makes slightly more sense because it's basing itself off of a video essay that I did, Movie Night, Analyzing Roland Emmerich's Films. Technically, that is a video that could potentially be made. Also, I do not want to watch any more Roland Emmerich movies for the rest of my life now that I've seen Anonymous 3 times, so no thank you. It seems to be very focused on the Emma Agenda because all of these keywords are being pulled from Emma Agenda episodes. Recreate Hey You with a twist. The iconic Hey You music video. It's not a music video. The Jordan Knightley Book Challenge Part 2. Is that one of the more popular episodes? Hang on, I need to do some investigation on this. Jordan Knightley Book Challenge is one of the most popular episodes of the show at 1.6 thousand views. But then you've got Friends Tag with Harriet and Phil, which is based on, I assume, the episode 14, Cuteness Overload with Harriet and Phil, which is not one of the more popular episodes. I had to scroll down quite a bit on popular videos on my channel. So this one, 10 Things You Didn't Know About Me, seems to believe that I am Emma. I don't even think a 10 Things You Didn't Know About Me video would be popular on my channel, which has, I think, still less than 800 subscribers. So it's not even close to good slop recommendation. Shakespeare in Hell movie review. So that's just a movie you made up. I would like to see Shakespeare in Hell. I want to know why he went to hell. There's probably a few reasons that he potentially could have. Yo, look at this thumbnail. That's actually kind of badass. Is that Shakespeare? Is that Shakespeare? That's kind of sick, actually. It's AI generated and I hate it, but it is kind of sick. I need to know more about Shakespeare in Hell. Let's go. Analyze the film's central conflict. Shakespeare trying to understand his new reality and escape hell. See, here's the problem. I kind of love the idea of Shakespeare going to hell and meeting all of the villains in his stories. He hangs out with Macbeth and Iago and Don John. That's funny. But it's an idea I feel like someone else came up with. Or it is, again, a mashup of multiple different ideas for movies into Shakespeare in Hell. That's funny as hell, though. You got one potential movie, but I can't make a video about that because it's not a real movie. You made up a movie. It's really obsessed with Emma, and I assume that's because on this channel, the Emma episodes are the most popular videos. Is this supposed to be her? That's not her. Emma's journey of self-discovery through friendship is explored? Yeah, that's what the show is. I already did that one. I wrote it. I adapted it. All right, I'm gonna give myself one more refresh. This is the same thumbnail again. Look at this. The Importance of Solidarity, Public History, which is very funny because it's just a mashup of titles from two different web series. But this thumbnail is the same goddamn thing as the other ones. It's just a thing in the distance with like an orange and blue color palette. I think my main point in regards to this is that I don't even think this is really an AI. On my YouTube channel, all of my web series have generated transcripts. Every line of dialogue YouTube has access to. It's just taking phrases from the titles of my videos and plopping them into random sentences, and it's not even evaluating which phrases fit the best grammatically or make the most sense in those sentences. YouTube clearly wants me to be making like deep dive videos, but it doesn't know what I would make those videos on because all it has access to is my web series. And I'm not gonna make deep dive videos on my own web series. That would be so conceited. It's a type of video that's usually very long, and so they get to put a lot of ads in it. I wonder, do you think it generates better phrases? Like it has more energy on the AI put into you if your channel is monetized? Because mine isn't. I'm not sure what financial benefit there would be to that, but I would be kind of curious. But honestly, I don't think that's it, because the examples given in the Aftermath article are also basically this bad, just using keywords from videos that make slightly more sense. There's a good bit in the article that says, "It's grim stuff, especially considering companies like Netflix's documented interest in bulldozing through concerns like licensing and taste to churn out endless and endlessly bland buckets of AI mush. YouTube evidently wants actual creators to function as cogs in that machine, which will eventually replace them if the unimaginative soul boys currently running our world have their way." But this AI is not even trying to make any sense. YouTube has access to my videos and so much information that is in my videos. I believe every playlist for one of my adaptation series mentions that it is an adaptation. And you would think the AI would process that. But this isn't AI, this is Mad Libs. This is slop. Let me come up with the ideas. I'm not gonna be part of your system. Moral of the story, I don't think this stuff is gonna take over anytime soon, because it's not getting any better. The ideas are not getting any better. The art's not getting any better. It's maybe becoming more realistic in the way things look, but the actual core of ideas are still nothing. I don't think we have to worry about it becoming good enough to effectively replace us, but we still do have to worry about CEOs and other people in charge of creative industries thinking that it can be and substituting it before actually checking if it will work. And if the people pushing for AI art are going to keep insisting that it's going to get better, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to insist that the bubble is going to burst pretty soon. And I have a feeling I am closer to right than they are. Shakespeare in Hell's kind of fucking good though. God damn it, that's really funny.